Hi guys, today is really cloudy day. I'm not sure if it's going to rain or not because I was going to do some welding. Okay, today I'm going to talk about living off grid. Look, I completely live off grid here. It's not just my choice, it's just because it's really hard to connect your agricultural land to electricity. Finally, I will do this. I was waiting for 4 years, and they so but now I almost have like grid electricity, but I'm not sure when I will like finally connected to my land. So 4 years I relied on off-grid and pump. For example, pump, it's all off-grid. I don't have pond yet. There is a big swamp over there, but I don't let my geese go there because I was afraid. I started to have geese last year, and I still learn from their behavior. And it's first year I let them go on pasture with electric fence. I will cover in other video. And just I didn't know how they're going to behave. Will they try to run away or something? But no, they're fine. And next year I'm going to let them to go to the creek and swamp, and at least partly they will drink there. In winter time when there is snow, they eat snow, and it's not something like I'm lazy to give them water and they eat snow. No, when they have option of water or snow, they usually eat snow. I don't know why. So in winter time you need less water, but now I need a lot of water. It's almost 1,000 liters every day. It's not the water it's not all water they drink, but you will see I cover some containers with those covers, and after 12 hours I open them because they make water really dirty, and no matter how many containers you give them, they will make everything dirty. You can't keep it clean completely, but from my experience, the most important thing is just to change every 12 hours. Approximately 12 hours, so they, all the pathogens can't multiply there so quickly. So I just spill that water. I flip containers and spill the water, and so I fill them once. Yeah, some of them I leave open, some of them I cover, and I open I flip the old ones and open covers for the other ones. So it requires a lot of water. Approximately for my need and for geese, it's approximately 1,000 liters per day. You need really good well for that. with good capacity. Yeah, and everything is off grid. Okay, I'm going to talk about my a little bit background information. So, just I'm providing you an example, like when like my story, you know, my story. So it's like a real example. It's like real example. Why you may not have great electricity, and why off-grid can be really important. Actually, I have a video about connecting, you know, agricultural land to to electricity, and I covered a lot of important stuff there. But in this video, I'm going to talk about like just a little bit technical stuff about off-grid. Yeah, so you see the importance, like water supply. If you want to grow, if you want to do farming, you need water. So I have, for electricity, I have a hybrid system. Oh, they're noisy. Hello. So, yeah, you see I cover it with, so half of them I cover, half of them I leave so they can drink. But once I come here, I just don't record it on video. I flip all the, first thing I do, like my routine starts, I flip the old containers. Yeah, so this one I cover even while it's filling, because they may get their nose inside, you know, and like this water starts to go bad. Yeah, so I have hybrid system, solar panels and electric generator. So off-grid system. Look at this. Off-grid system was really hard to me. Really hard. Why? Because a lot of misinformation and a lot of really bad quality like electronic components. Oh, they're noisy. I'm not even sure you hear me. But at least you know it's a real farm. Okay. Yeah, so shitty, like really bad quality components you buy on the market, and a lot of misguiding information about solar panels. I'll give you example. Is there like light now? Like, can you see? Like it's not dark, yeah, you can see, but it's really cloudy. It's really cloudy, and solar panels don't produce any electricity. No, and it's totally against the theory. Because from what I learned, I knew that solar panels will produce, yes, much less, but something, even in cloudy conditions. But they produce nothing. I saw people like who do like surviving, you know, stuff like that. They connect solar, like small portable solar panels without a controller, but it should match the device, the voltage and everything. I'm not an electrician, so without controller it's a little bit more difficult, but probably it will produce something. It will produce at least something in such weather conditions. But my 350 watt solar panels in such condition don't produce anything. I'm telling you this because there was time when I thought like, okay, I will invest in more solar panels, so I will have electricity even when it's cloudy. But you see, it's an example of misguiding information and how theory contradicts with practice. It's not going to work. You put 2 panels, 4 panels, 10 panels, 20 panels, you will have the same. No electricity in such cloudy conditions. But this is the only problem with solar panels itself. Other problems I had with some other components. Not solar panels. The worst part probably was the how do you call it in English? In the inverter. It's a device which converts let's say 24 volts into 220 volts. Look, I bought maybe almost 15 different inverters, and they all were really bad. They had different problems, like not reliable, they burned very quickly, or like inverter itself consumes too much electricity, or it's not enough watts. So they all were really bad. Then finally I found good one. I think it cost about 40,000 Russian rubles, which is like $500. Maybe for US it's not expensive, but here compared to other inverters it's quite expensive. Okay, inverter. Then batteries would be the worst. At the beginning I put like just car batteries, and everything was bad. But guys, don't tell me that of course it's going to be bad. They're not designed for solar panels. If you say this, I'll say to you, look, all the specs of car battery is big lie. how many cycles, like lifespan, how many cycles in lifespan they have. It's lie, very big lie. The capacity is lie. I'll give you, look, I'll give you just like good example how they lie, and people don't even check this information. Look, my diesel car has 2 batteries. Okay, each battery must be about 700 ampere. That's starting power. 700 each. But when I start my car, I measured, that starting electricity, and it's about 300 ampere. So one battery should be absolutely enough, yeah? Oh, look at this. Should be absolutely enough to start car. So it's on paper it's like more than double than required. Okay? But it barely starts with one battery, only in warm condition. When it gets cold, even 2 batteries may be not enough. But 2 batteries, it's 700 ampere each starting power. So it's 1400 amperes. While car takes only 300. So it's numbers, guys. It's numbers. It's not just my opinion, it's something I measured. And they absolutely rip off. Yeah, now I have lithium batteries, and it works way better. I still have car battery as a backup, because I still have them, but I can't rely on them. Okay, next component, chargers. Usually the charger for car battery is they really like they send really little of amperes to the battery when you charge them. Okay, like it's like 10 ampere like maximum from the beginning, and then it reduces like to 2 amperes, so it takes really long. and for some reasons they say it's the way how you must charge your batteries. I don't know why. Generator in the car charges battery with like about 30 ampere, even more. So it's totally the opposite. So yeah, it was also hard to find like a good reliable charger with which uses a lot of amperes per hour. So finally I found, and I used like 4 chargers at the same time. Um, um, about generator, like when you go to buy a generator, you see like some of them more powerful. Yeah, they they uh, they produce like the bigger ones produce like 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 kilowatt of energy. Yeah, and they're, yeah, of course they're more expensive than the small ones, but what I noticed that the difference between them is not just the how much kilowatts they produce. They usually um, like made in with different technology, and because I had the idea, so I have smaller, more economic generator. Yeah, and it's not so it's not so noisy, and it's small and cheap, and it just will work longer. But hello, he really wants to kick my ass, really. Yeah, but what I found, the small ones, they're not reliable. They start really bad in colder like temperature, and they break so easily, and they're not economic at all. The bigger generator, when you start it, it doesn't work with full power. It just may be like one. Oh. I like watching my geese. So, yeah. So it just goes with 1/3 of full power, maybe. Something like this. So it's more reliable, and consumes actually less power, and you don't need to run it for hours and hours. If you have good chargers, you can charge your batteries very quick. Look, it doesn't affect battery life span negatively. No problem with that at all. And and it's more versatile, because you can use a welder with this. You can use air compressor with this, because it's not really possible to start welder or air compressor with inverter. No, probably you can find such inverter, but it's going to be too expensive. And for pump, for electricity, for internet, you don't need more than for some electric tools. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's broken. Wow. Wow. Not good. For like angle grinder, drill, stuff like this, you don't need more than 1,500 watt. It's just enough. So now what I do, I'm not even trying to produce electricity with batteries when it's cloudy days. I just start generator. There are some periods here in Russia. When when it's like really dark. And you need a hybrid system. You need a generator. But when there is sun, there will be more than enough electricity. Look, last few months, like 2 months, I didn't even start, my generator. Everything was from sun. Light, not just light for myself, for geese, pump, 6 security cameras, 3 modems, 3 routers, some electric tools for working, and washing machine, and computer, mobile, like stuff like that, like more than enough. When there is electricity. I understand that in some other climate, it's going to be different. Look, it's very interesting. It looks like she's going to lay eggs there. No? No. In some tropical climate, actually no, I'm wrong, because here in Russia, it's remember this thing, the level of sunlight doesn't depend on how cold it is. I heard that in Siberia, in some really cold places, there is lots of sunlight, more than in Russian subtropical, Sochi area. You can Google this. I'm not sure. I never measured this, and I never lived there, and I never been there. But it's not depends on altitude, latitude. It's and how cold it is. I noticed that, like, Pskov Oblast and the state where St. Petersburg located, they have like extremely little of sunlight. They're not the coldest places in Russia, but the level of sunlight is extremely small. Guys, I don't trust in wind turbines. Yeah, there is chance that I'm wrong, but in general, no, the really big ones and some like located like in the desert or in the sea, yeah, they can be different. I know, but I mean that's something you buy on the internet, like the for people like you and me. I think it's not going to work. Getting electricity from water, I think could be really good option. I think it could be really good option. It like you 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 may put like a something like a propeller and powerful generator, maybe from a tractor or something like that. I'm not sure, but doesn't sound very difficult to me. It just has to be like good debit of water. I heard the people in Karelia region do this. They found a creek. There are a lot of like creeks there, and put like water, like hydroelectric station. But anyway, here I have nothing like that. I know that on the paper you can find like a lot of other ways, like it's like electricity from compost, etc. But I'm look, I'm not sure how to build this. Oh, guys, it's getting really cold. It's getting really cold. In this time, it feels like it feels colder than in actual winter with frost. I don't know why. It's always like that. Because maybe because you're not used to this. Like, look, Russia. Maybe because you're not used to this, like after summertime, or it's too humid. Okay, guys. Have a good day. God bless you.